Hi everybody and welcome back. So as you know, I'm getting married next year and I wanted to do a few bridal themed videos. I did one with my sister a few weeks ago and that was all about skin health. But seeing as though yesterday I went dress shopping and I found my dress, I wanted to do one all about getting ready for your dress, whether it's to do with weight loss or just how you feel. So I think the biggest tip when buying your dress and thinking about how you want to look is not really anything to do with diet, it's to dress to your body shape. So I know that being 5'3", certain really long slim dresses just don't look good on me. So it's dressed to your figure, and the biggest advice I would give is just to go to your first shop and try on all of the different style dresses and get an honest opinion from your friends and family as to what looks good. Once you've found your dress shape, so I won't tell you what mine is, but I'll reveal that next year, you want to be realistic with your measurements. So when I got measured yesterday, the lady said, do you plan on losing or gaining weight? And at the moment, I am actually sitting around 2 to 3 kilos heavier than what I normally would be. And that's mainly down to just, well, eating a little bit more indulgently. So I live by the 80-20 rule where 20% of my diet might be a bit more indulgent, but I've just been eating slightly more calories from things like nut butters and avocado, and I've been having extra bowls of porridge oats. So the extra calories means that I'm just carrying slightly more weight than usual. So I did tell her this, that I will be losing between 2 and 3 kilos. However, I know that most of the fat that I store is on my hips as opposed to my stomach. So when she did my waist measurements, I said, well, actually, I don't think that my waist is going to get any smaller, so you can order me that size. So the next tip is to be completely realistic with how you want your body to look or how you think you're going to look on your wedding day. When it comes to wedding dresses, it's quite easy to take in a little bit, but it's harder to take out. The other thing to remember is that you want to feel really comfortable on your wedding day, and you are going to be eating and drinking, so you want to be able to feel comfortable all day. And the size that I went for is something that I feel quite comfortable with, and it's not too tight on me, just because I know from previous experiences of wearing dresses that are too tight, I just don't feel the most comfortable, and you want to feel relaxed on your wedding day. So I've made quite a few references so far to your weight and size on your wedding day, but to be honest, neither of these matter. What matters is how you feel, because if you're feeling good and feeling happy and feeling confident, then it will shine through. For me, when I'm eating healthily, sleeping well, drinking lots, and having a positive work-life balance, that's when I feel at my best. So I've got 13 months now to basically plan my journey so that when September 2017 comes around, I'm going to be feeling good. And you should be doing this too. So work backwards and say 6 months to 12 months before your wedding, that's when real lifestyle changes can take place. So the keyword there is lifestyle. Think of your journey to your wedding as a lifestyle change or a lifestyle overhaul, not as a diet, because the problem with diets is when you go on a diet, you're thinking about when you're coming off it. And I run 12-week weight loss groups, which the people who I work with are absolutely amazing. The results are incredible, and these are people who have been going on and off diets, serial dieters their entire lives, and finally when they stop dieting and start making lifestyle changes, that's when the weight just drops off without any effort. They feel so much happier, and also they feel confident that this weight loss is going to carry on and it's not going to creep back on, because the knowledge that they've formed, the habits that they've formed are just a way of life. It's just what they do. So the biggest tip that I think I can give people is to change their environment. So I think I've mentioned this book before, but there's a fantastic book by a guy called Brian Wansink, who is a behavioral economist and food psychologist. I've said that before. And the name of his book is called Slim by Design. His first book is also really good. That's called Mindless Eating. And Slim by Design is all about how to fat-proof your home, so how to fat-proof your fridge, your kitchen, your dining room, your office. And for me, that's what I practice. So I always practice what I preach. So in my kitchen, out on the surface, all you will see is a fruit bowl, and all the other higher calorie foods are tucked away. And when it comes to serving dinner, I will keep things like rice and the meat to one side, and on the table there will be lots of extra veggies and salads. So if people are just bored or want to pick, then they can fill up on the greens, which won't be detrimental to their weight or their health. And that's not to say that extra portions of chicken and rice are detrimental to health, far from it. It's just that if people feel that they want slightly more calories or slightly a bigger portion, they have to actually get up off the table and go get it, as opposed to mindlessly eating it just because it's there. Another big tip that I would give would be to track. So tracking your food, whether it be pen to paper or in an app such as MyFitnessPal. And I'm going to say weight. Now, some people have got real issues with getting weighed. If getting weighed isn't for you, then you can take measurements, you can take photographs, you can see how your best pair of jeans fit. I, for one, like to weigh myself, so I like to weigh myself once or twice a week, just because when a few pounds, so I've gained 2 to 3 kilos, which is 5 to 6 pounds. I'm thinking, right, okay, Nicola, I'm gonna stop gaining weight. A few years ago, I made a whole video about it, how I gained 10 to 11 pounds in a year. I knew it was happening, and once it reached the 10-pound point, I was like, right, okay, this has got to stop. So for me, when I gain weight, I do work out regularly. My weight gain is all fat. It might be a little bit of muscle, but it's mainly fat. So I just like to monitor me by my weight. You do not have to weigh yourself at all, just go on how you're feeling. So other than changing your lifestyle and tracking, whether it be your food or your weight or your size and how you're looking, the next important things are making sure that you're eating regular meals, really simple, basing them around salads and veg, fist-size serving of your whole grain carbs and a portion, so 1 to 2 palm size of your protein, a healthy fat such as olive oil. So regular meals, making sure that they're balanced, making sure that you're drinking enough. Those two are essential. And last but not least, my final tip is of course to exercise. So when you're in your wedding dress, what's going to be on show is, well, I suppose your arms. I mean, even if you're in a full length dress, so your arms and your back. And ladies, don't be afraid of lifting weights because you will not turn into a bodybuilder. You need testosterone to build really serious muscle. So when girls say, oh, I just want to tone up, what they mean is they want to build a little bit of muscle and they want to lose fat. So getting like definition in your arms, there are loads of really cool arm workouts which I will link down below, things like the Tone It Up Girls. I know for me that I build muscle like relatively easy. I think it's because I used to be a swimmer. So what I do is I tend to focus on more of my lower body and I lift weights at the same time. So I might do a squat and then a press. So I wouldn't say spend 10 minutes on my arms. I would work out my arms whilst working other body parts out. And I suppose if you didn't already know, I am actually training to be a personal trainer. So I'm doing my level 2 in a few weeks time and then level 3. So as soon as I'm qualified, so which will be hopefully by Christmas, so in the new year, I'll show you all the workouts that I've been doing to basically just sculpt my body. So weights and exercise is all about sculpting and creating the body that you want, and it's all about strength and power. So if you want to be feeling good on your wedding day, then you want to be feeling fit and strong. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you are a bride-to-be, then congratulations. And if you're not, then congratulations on watching this video and making it all the way through to the end. I hope it was relevant. Please do give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. I'm heading to Cornwall tomorrow. So if you would like to see a video all about that, then please do leave a comment down below. And any more questions, leave them down below as well. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye.